I can't believe what I'm about to say. Okay, I literally just finished recording a video complaining about how the Rivals devs have not nerfed Hawkeye, have not nerfed Hela, have not they relaunched Elsa in the most ridiculous, egregious state possible, especially with her ult. They addressed these things like literally as soon as I finished the video, because the video was actually talking about me preferring to spend more time in Overwatch, and that's what this title is going to be about as well. But I'm going to put the rest of that video of me talking about Overwatch at the end of this section of the video. So I'm still going to be talking about that in the game, in this video. But anyways, man, I never thought, man, I honestly thought they gave up. I honestly thought they didn't care. And I'm still holding them accountable, guys. Please do not glaze the devs because they did this. Please do not glaze the devs because they did this. We still need to hold them accountable. We still need to be loud with our feedback. We still need to give them constructive feedback. Don't just say this is trash, that is trash, XYZ. Like, we need to be very specific about what we want as a community, as players, as gamers, as people who participate. We still need ranked to be adjusted. We still need matchmaking to be adjusted. So please do not ignore those other issues that we need to be on them about as a community. We need to be vocal. We need to be loud. Every voice matters, man. Everybody in silver all the way up to eternity. Everybody that has a platform on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever it is or not. You need to be vocal. You need to be very specific. You need to communicate with these devs. You need to let them know about these changes and these fixes. That being said though, I'm not gonna read every specific thing. I'm just gonna splash the patch notes here on the stream. If you guys wanna pause the video and read it for yourself, go ahead and do so. I'm gonna just put it up right here. Go ahead and read it if you haven't seen the patch notes yet. Alrighty, hopefully that was enough time for you to pause and read. But anyways, Elsa's ult is getting a nerf, much needed nerf. Should not have been released that way. Standing over here, getting picked up by the monster over here, should not be happening. The duration should not happen. The health on the monster should not happen. If you guys want to get your clips for Elsa, go ahead and get your clips right now because the nerfs are coming. But three of the biggest ones that needed to be addressed, especially from a tank player's perspective, oh my god, I didn't fear Wolverine as much. I mean, he just got an ult buff, which we're not here to talk about the random ult changes in Punisher, Star-Lord, and Wolverine. We're not here to talk about that, because that in itself is its own issue. However, some of the biggest threats have been finally addressed in an actual meaningful way, and we might have to see how this actually plays out in actual matches. Every single game that I've played as a tank main in this game, I banned Hawkeye. I banned him into oblivion. Hawkeye was getting banned every game because as a tank, if you don't play tank, you don't understand. If you don't play tank, I don't want to hear your opinion on that. You don't understand. You don't understand. If you play support, you might understand because Hawkeyes normally go for the tanks and they go for the supports. Tanks are free kills on Hawkeye. Groot, free kill. Any Mag, free kill. Doctor Strange, free kill. So tanks are free kills on Hawkeye and then supports as well. So if you don't play any of those two, if you're a DPS main, I don't want to hear your opinion on him. Okay, all I gotta say right now is I am rejoicing, and I'm really hoping that this is a meaningful change because you can just be out there, get 2-3 tapped by Hawkeye, and you're done, and then you have to play the whole game around the character, man. Hawkeye's his abilities, his arrows needed to be a skill shot. It needed to be earned. You can literally just aim down the middle randomly and just get free picks for doing nothing. So finally, man. The dude gets a piercing arrow damage nerf. He's getting some reduced base nerf. Reduces the base damage of a fully charged arrow from 85 to 70, man. Don't know how, it's by 5. I don't know how much of a difference it'll make, but it might force a 2-tap. It might be a similar situation to Black Widow where Black Widow can't fully one-shot somebody without a damage boost, right? So she can literally just aim down sights and she has to 2-tap you to finish you off. So it might be something like that where you have to, either somebody else needs to get that final blow for you or Hawkeye himself needs to hit you again for a fully charged arrow. We'll see what happens with that, but man, I'm really hoping like these changes, they are the start of going in the right direction for Marvel Rivals. We are starting to get there. I don't think this is a Rivals is saved moment, man. I still think you need to go over and play some Overwatch. For the time being, okay. I'm still saying that right now because I'm enjoying my time as a tank main over there. But anyways, Hela is also getting some nerfs, as you guys read. She's getting some fall off nerfs, much needed tweaks and adjustments. Still nothing on Bucky, but they're definitely trying to address the poke issue right now with Hela and Hawkeye. They've been dominant since season 0, so these are probably the biggest changes that they've gotten from what I can remember. The biggest nerfs that they've gotten from what I can remember since they launched. So it's been a long time coming, but I'm happy to see it happen. And then Gambit, as much as I love playing Gambit, I never played him in ranked because I'm not mean. But as much as I love playing Gambit, he needed some nerfs, man. His damage was just too strong. His health was too high. He had a lot of issues. His ult is still an issue. I still think Gambit might be a ban after this, though. My biggest problem, and the devs, I don't think they really addressed the issue right here. The issue with Gambit wasn't so much, yes, he's strong. He can output a lot of damage. He has a lot of mobility, hard to kill. But his problem is really his ult. Like, his ult just speed charges everybody's ult over and over again, and without having and the cleanse too. So without having a Gambit on your team, you just lose. Like, if the enemy team has a Gambit and you don't have a Gambit, you're just gonna lose that. You're just gonna lose that fight. If they have a Gambit on a Loki, you're just gonna lose. So you're forced to basically run a Gambit on every single team because of this reason, and the utility that he offers to the team. So I think that's his bigger issue overall. Why he needs to be banned, not so much his personal damage or whatever, that is an issue too. But like, no, his ult needed to be adjusted or addressed. But anyways, these are some meaningful changes. This is a step in the right direction for Rivals, and I really hope that they continue to actually listen to the feedback and adjust the characters as necessary. They mentioned in this post that they weren't trying to do a major adjustment, and that they hinted that more balances will be coming going into season 7. So we have to really hope and see that season 7 might be a big reset. It might be a big moment where everything gets nuked or nerfed in some type of way or reworked in some type of way. We will see. Like Adam finally getting the ability to fly after them begging, people begging for that to happen for over a year. So, that finally happened. So maybe, man, hopefully they start making some meaningful changes to make the game playable again. But anyways, here's my little rant and my little thing about Overwatch. If you guys want to hear, if you want to skip to that session, go ahead and do that, where I start talking about my experiences in Overwatch and why I think you should play the game. Anyways, that's that for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of the video.